Comes to excavation, Ferguson Excavation is the team you can trust. From site prep and grading to drainage solutions and land clearing, we've got the equipment, the experience, and the dedication to get your job done right, on time, on budget, and with results you can count on. Serving both residential and commercial projects, we treat every site like it's our own. Ferguson Excavation, building strong foundations for your future. Contact Brian Ferguson at 317-538-6686 today. Ferguson Excavation, digging deeper, building better.
If you know what this feels like and sounds like, well, I think it's about time to get your hands on your very own Gandalf bat. Every single bat has its own special personal touch. Whether it be your name, your team color, your own specs, or even your team logo. You just tell me what you want, and it goes on the bat.
Some see a high school football stadium. We see the one place where the whole community comes together. Proud to keep education in front of athletics since 1903.
Whether you're dreaming about a full home remodel, adding extra space for a growing family, upgrading your doors and windows, building the perfect deck, or customizing your home from the ground up, Flory Contracting has you covered. Backed by experience, driven by quality, and fueled by a passion for craftsmanship, the team at Flory Contracting is known for being reliable, local, and experienced. Ready to bring your vision to life? Call Chase Flory at 317-474-7826 to schedule your free consultation today. Flory Contracting, where your home is built on trust and skill. Hey sports fan, whether it's your team or a whole crew, KC Custom Apparel has you covered. From sharp business attire and tough construction gear to custom uniforms and sports apparel, KC Custom Apparel does it all. And it doesn't stop there. We make signs, banners, yard signs, bags, and more to help your brand stand out anywhere. Located in Greenwood on State Road 135, we can create your custom design or use your own, whatever fits your vision. Visit kccustomapparel.com or call 317-786-2441. KC Custom Apparel, your style, your way.
Don't buy the dually, they said. It's too much truck, they said. It won't even fit in the car wash. Well, no. Sounds like they are going to the wrong car wash.
Good evening and welcome back. For those of you who joined us in our first game of the doubleheader, I am Adam Ross with the coach Chris Wood here on Inside the Lions Media Network. We are proud to be presenting the Center Grove Trojans versus the Whiteland Warriors boys varsity basketball game. Coach, I've been looking forward to this.
You and I tried to set this time up. We had our football game in November.
Yeah.
And your schedule's been so crazy, and I've been jumping in these games nonstop with some of our crew on Inside the Lines. But I'm looking forward to tonight. Enjoy working with you every time. And lets me be more the coach and the opinionated side versus the descriptive side of the game, shall we say. But excited for it. Real quick, let's take an opportunity. Let's thank the Hardwood Club sponsors before we jump into this broadcast. IU Health, Kopetsky's Auto Wash, True Point, Day One Promotions, Ray Skillman, Linder, Tried and True, Lighty Law, the Dugout Bar, and others involved. So thank you to all of our sponsors tonight on this broadcast, as well as to our featured sponsors that we have tonight with Kopetsky's Auto Wash, who is a huge sponsor of Hardwood Club, but also the sponsor for the free stream tonight for this broadcast. So thanks to Kopetsky's Auto for that, as well as True Point for their support and service to us as well. And Mark Linder in addition. So I've taken that, I've butchered that enough, but thank you to everyone, and thank you to Hardwood Club and Chad Alvey for making it possible for us to be here and do these broadcasts.
Yeah, this is super exciting. Definitely a privilege. And like you mentioned, I think on the previous broadcast, it's a real honor to be able to have this a free stream for those viewers. And it wouldn't be made possible without those sponsors.
Yeah, it's kind of a change. The school's working really hard to get some revenue sharing with the broadcasting side of it, which I think is honestly very beneficial. But up to this point, for those out there who aren't aware, the only option was to do pay-per-view to help try to collect that revenue. And an additional idea came around that we could work to get sponsors and then share basically 50% of that revenue that's earned from that sponsor and give that directly back to that sport. So thanks to Kopetsky's Auto Wash, $100 tonight is going to be going to the Center Grove basketball boys program, and $100 is going to go to the girls program from Center Grove Trojan Beat in that sponsorship package. So it's a great way of providing some things to these athletic programs through this revenue share. So it's just kind of taken a while to get to this point, and we appreciate the opportunity to be with Center Grove and work on these things. So thank you to everyone who's made it possible for us to be here. But yeah, I mean, this is a great crowd. It's Center Grove Rec League recognition night tonight. There's a good number of high school kids that are here as well. So it's exciting to see this, and just had a really good performance by the Center Grove women's team.
Yeah, absolutely.
Tonight without Grayson Gilliard playing, and now the attention turns to the Center Grove boys game. And we're kind of stalling a little bit because the boys for Center Grove haven't come out yet, so the clock hasn't even started yet. We had problems with our scoreboard earlier because I got disconnected somewhere. This is not on us. It hasn't started yet because you don't start until the home team takes the floor.
So, Coach, just for those that were not able to be part of the previous broadcast, let's touch just a moment on kind of the girls team and some of the things we saw there that were exciting. The varsity girls are the number 3 team They're the number 3 team in the state at the moment.
They play like it.
They do. 11-0, and I don't see any indications of them slowing down. The way that they play defense, the way they're patient on offense, they look like a team that can go a long way.
They definitely can, and I think Coach Stuckmeyer, who's had lots of success in getting into regionals and beyond in his career as the coach, has the ability of working these guys hard, or these ladies hard, to get where he wants to get them. But I think that they're going to get tested here up because they've got the Carroll Toomey tournament coming up here on December 30th, and the first team they play, if the schedule stays like that I saw it at least, is they play Brownsburg in the first game.
Oh, wow, okay.
And I haven't seen necessarily who else is in that at this time, but ultimately out of that, Brownsburg is one of those teams like Center Grove. It's playing better. It was featured in the Indianapolis Star, actually. Playing better at this point in time. Coach Sable's team, who's also a former Center Grove guy.
Yep.
Coach Sable, who I know pretty well in the past, he's got that Brownsburg team playing really well. So that's going to be exciting to see on the 30th at 10 a.m. The girls also play on the 23rd, right before Christmas in the afternoon. You told me you couldn't be there to help that because you had to work. Now, I don't know why work is more important than doing a basketball game, but
it's definitely not more fun than doing a basketball
I hear
game.
you, Adam. I hear you. But the girls play Christmas Addicts, which is kind of a different kind of a game for them. So I think it's good. That's a way of keeping it fresh. And then you take off the holiday, and they'll be back practicing on the 26th, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah.
And also, let's point out for the boys, and we'll get an opportunity to talk about this later, they're going up to Fort Wayne Homestead to play in a double elimination tournament on the 26th and 27th.
That's right. That's right.
And we had talked about going up and covering that, but that's got exclusive coverage up in that area, in the Fort Wayne area for it. So, which is good. As long as there's an opportunity for Center Grove fans to be able to watch the games, that's what matters to anyone who's associated with it. So it'll be exciting to watch them from a distance and honestly getting a chill once.
Yeah, absolutely. It's been a busy season, to say the least.
It's been a busy season for everyone involved in all ways. So, yes, it should be There's some tests coming up for this Trojan team, and they lost to Pike. They were up early against Pike earlier this week, and they lost that game. But you see little moments that things are there, and they struggled down the stretch against Bloomington North. Earlier, I'd like to have seen them play St. Xavier of Cincinnati, but that game got snowed out. So we weren't able to kind of see how they play up against one of the stronger parochial schools in the region. But Coach Hahn has been focusing a lot with his team on defense, and that defense making their offense. And those guys offensively still trying to figure out the consistency of their shot.
Yeah, you mentioned the recent loss to Pike. That there's no shame in losing to Pike either. That is a very good basketball team, and they've got.
Well, yeah, you lost them at Pike.
Yeah,
but you played them there. It's going to be great to see that Mick rivalry come back.
I'm excited for that.
And coaches had to work so hard in getting teams on the schedule over the years. And Bronkella and Katie Fisher, Joe Bronkella and Katie Fisher, the athletic directors, have done such a great job of trying to get schedules, but they're going to have more consistency, and they're going to be still working to get teams, but you're going to have them 2, 3, 4 years versus 1, maybe 2 years on the schedule. And you can develop that rivalry. And Pike is one of those teams that Center Grove had a rivalry before the Mick was no longer part of our future.
Yeah, there's a lot of well-known players have come out of Pike.
Yep.
We're going to take a break here. We'll be right back on Inside the Lions Media Network.
If you know what this feels like and sounds like, well, I think it's about time to get your hands on your very own Gandalf bat. Every single bat has its own special personal touch. Whether it be your name, your team color, your own specs, or even your team logo. You just tell me what you want, and it goes on the bat.
Hey, sports fan, whether it's your team or a whole crew, KC Custom Apparel has you covered. From sharp business attire and tough construction gear to custom uniforms and sports apparel, KC Custom Apparel does it all. And it doesn't stop there. We make signs, banners, yard signs, bags, and more to help your brand stand out anywhere. Located in Greenwood on State Road 135, we can create your custom design or use your own, whatever fits your vision. Visit kccustomapparel.com or call 317-786-2441. KC Custom Apparel, your style, your way. Whether you're dreaming about a full home remodel, adding extra space for a growing family, upgrading your doors and windows, building the perfect deck, or customizing your home from the ground up, Flory Contracting has you covered. Backed by experience, driven by quality, and fueled by a passion for craftsmanship, the team at Flory Contracting is known for being reliable, local, and experienced. Ready to bring your vision to life? Call Chase Flory at 317-474-7826 to schedule your free consultation today. Flory Contracting, where your home is built on trust and skill. When it comes to excavation, Ferguson Excavation is the team you can trust. From site prep and grading to drainage solutions and land clearing, we've got the equipment, the experience, and the dedication to get your job done right, on time, on budget, and with results you can count on. Serving both residential and commercial projects, we treat every site like it's our own. Ferguson Excavation, building strong foundations for your future. Contact Brian Ferguson at 317-538-6686 today. Ferguson Excavation, digging deeper, building better.
Some see a volleyball match. We see a student athlete learning how to be poised under pressure. Proud to keep education in front of athletics since 1903.
Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Fool me 365 times, shame on the weatherman. Stop trusting the weatherman and start trusting your instincts.
Welcome back to the Vandermeer Gym here at Center Grove High School. I am Adam Ross, again with the coach, Chris Wood. The Center Grove team has joined us on the court here. The clock is running. And, Coach, let's dive into a little bit of what we're expected to see here tonight. This is kind of a, if you're Coach Hahn, you're hoping this is kind of a get-right game for you, having lost the last two against Pike and Bloomington North, as you described. What are you looking for from Center Grove, both on the offensive side? Let's start there offensively. What are you looking to see from Center Grove that has kind of hindered them the last few games?
Well, I think you got to have a balanced scoring attack. I mean, you've got Alvey, who's got off some. Xavier Laney's been pretty consistent. But I think you need to get the three outside perimeter guys and Alvey, Laney, and South all going together. And then Good Pasture, he'll get his points inside. And congratulations, by the way, to Good Pasture for committing to Hanover.
Oh, that's great.
So that's great for Braden Good Pasture to have that opportunity to be down at Hanover. But you got to get more consistency. It can't be one guy here, one guy there. I think it's got to be at least two or three of those guys across the perimeter, as well as Good Pasture being more of a rebounder versus a scorer. I mean, he's going to score, but it needs to be secondary.
Yeah,
it needs to be him screening. They're going to run a lot of flares, a lot of ups, where he's going to come up and he's going to roll out of that down to the block and try to get the mismatch and the high pick and roll coming back to the bucket kind of situation. But Clint South, someone who is such a talented guy, he's still waiting to just have that breakout game.
Yeah.
And this would be a great night to have that as the Trojans transition with really, relatively speaking, just a couple of days to get ready for an overnight experience of going up to Fort Wayne. They're going to go up on the 26th for their first game and then play 2, maybe 3 on the 27th.
Hopefully 3 for Coach Hahn, right? That's what you're looking for.
Yeah, I think it's 2. It'd be 2, 3 total because it's double elimination. It'd be 1 or 2 on that 27th.
Gotcha. So Center Grove, as we had mentioned, they come into this game 2-3 record tonight, having lost the opener against Greenwood on the road. And then most recently against Pike on the road, but before that on the 5th, they had lost to Bloomington North here at home. One of the things that had plagued them in that game was in the second half in particular was free throw shooting. As a team right now, Center Grove shooting just over, I think right about 65% from the free throw line. They get their opportunities at the free throw line tonight. Offensively, Center Grove has got to convert on those free throw opportunities.
Yeah, that's kind of a problem. It's we were talking about it beforehand. I mean, I know Coach Hahn works on it. It's just and the thing is, these guys that are struggling the free throw line, it's streaky when they do and don't hit the free throws, but they're also pretty good outside shooters.
Yeah.
And it's just a different mentality today that players don't look at 20 feet as being the same as shooting a 15-foot free throw consistently.
They need to go back and watch their coach when he was at Butler.
Oh, well, yeah, Hahn was a phenomenal shooter.
And he was fun to watch in his own right.
You ever watched one of his practices? I know with Riley playing everything, you're seeing one of his practices. I mean, the guy is intense, and the types of the shooting drills that he has his guys do is phenomenal. I mean, he does some really good actions with them that are both offensive breakdown as well as just getting shots in and endurance with the shot and getting tired legs and things like that, like you're playing in the fourth quarter. He does a great job with them. It's just, and a lot of it's confidence on free throws.
Yeah.
Because it's a very different feel when you're at the free throw line than when you're taking a shot off a dribble or off a cut or something like that.
Yeah.
So it's just a different feel, and it's unfortunately it's very common. I mean, everybody rips IU for being a team that shoots 75%. I mean, last year with Woodson it was like 62%, which is obviously atrocious.
Yeah.
But the reality is, in the low 70s, upper 60s is very common in college basketball today.
Yep.
Even for the good teams.
It is.
And it's if you're going to count on the free throw line being where you make your wins, you're risking it sometimes. It's got to be some other things that you do successfully.
You mentioned some of the endurance that it builds up at Coach Hahn's practices. That's going to translate defensively too, and the Trojans have a little bit of a workout cut out for them tonight, as they're going to go up against a really proficient scorer in Dane Coons. So defensively, what are the Trojans going to have to do to contain him or slow him down tonight?
Well, I don't know if you're going to contain him, but you're going to make him work harder.
Yep.
You're going to make him work harder and getting open, make him work harder, extra dribble, extra cut, extra step to make those opportunities be there. And then you got to take advantage of Braden Goodpasture's size and efficiency that he has inside. He's a 65% field goal shooter. He's got 6.3 rebounds per game right now. And again, we talked about having a balanced attack on the outside. So I think those are some of the things that you got to have there from Center Grove. He being Coons is the engine for Whiteland.
Yep.
And everything else just kind of filters through him for that success. And the Trojans have got to dominate the paint offensively. And that doesn't mean it's going into Goodpasture. That means you're driving elbow, you're attacking the paint, which they do really well.
Yeah.
Xavier Laney is as good at that as anyone on this team. And when you do that, that's going to set up Clint South's outside shot. Alvy's doing a better job this year, in my opinion, of being able to get the ball to the bucket consistently. And those things will start opening up the perimeter for this team as well, which in itself helps things for Clint South as well.
As we look at Whiteland, they are, I believe, 3-1 to start the year here. And they played a lot of close games. They had a 1-point win at Columbus East, had a 4-point win most recently against Perry Meridian. So they've been in some of those close game situations. What are some of Whiteland's keys to try to win on the road here in a rivalry, crosstown rivalry against the Trojans?
Well, first, if you're Whiteland, you're coming in this game and you expect to win this game. I mean, Whiteland has come and played Center Grove really well over the last couple of years, and they play well here, it seems like, most years.
Yeah.
And so from that perspective, they have the confidence they can win here. For the aspect that they're going to win, they've got to make this a more up and down, faster paced game if you're Whiteland. It can't be a half court game with 10 passes, good old fashioned offense. I mean, Center Grove's going to try to slow it down. They're going to try to limit possessions. And if you limit possessions for Whiteland, that means you're limiting opportunities for Coons to score points.
Yeah.
If Coons can get that engine going and get up and down the floor a little bit more and get other guys involved because of that transition, that's going to make things easier for Coons in the whole.
Yeah, and to your point exactly, they're going to want to push the tempo. We're going to take a quick break here on Inside the Lines Media Network. We'll be right back.
Odds are, you know the way to a person's heart is through their stomach, but maybe don't know much about complex blood and bone cancers. Or you know all the ins and outs of a chassis, not necessarily all about robotic heart valve surgery. And while he's thinking about bulldozers, you're not thinking about him ever needing a stem cell transplant. But if you do need care, trust the expert healthcare system 9 out of 10 Indiana doctors have chosen for their patients' care. Indiana University Health, no matter the odds.
Welcome back to our broadcast here on Inside the Lines Media Network. And we just want to say a special thank you to IU Health. They are a major partner and sponsor for us, but also Center Grove basketball and the community at whole here.
Yeah, thank you to IU Health for what they do for Hardwood Club and for Center Grove Boys basketball. As Adam said, also thank you again to Kopetsky's Auto Wash for making this broadcast stream free.
Yeah.
For everybody out there tonight. So enjoy it. You have access to it. It's not going to disappear anytime soon. It's there for you to have access to it anytime. So anyway, talking about this game again tonight, I'm looking forward to this. I mean, it's really two different tempos, which honestly has what Center Grove's been playing every game. It's been fast-paced versus trying to control tempo in the Bloomington North game. And there were times that Center Grove was really successful in controlling the tempo and slowing it down against North. And there were times that it got helter-skelter. And that's kind of what hurt him at the end of that game, I felt like, against North. Pike, up and down the floor for Teague's team up there, or tempo control.
Yep.
And that's going to be the moral of the story tonight, because if you can contain that tempo, unless you just start knocking down those threes in transition, that allows your outside guys to get to the bucket on the perimeter, as well as be able to knock down those threes. Dave Eden's the athletic director at Martinsville. He used to do what you're doing with me a long time ago, and he was the middle school AD at Whiteland. So excellent guy. Our thanks to everything he does to help us out. We reach out for some things over there.
Yeah, I think one thing's really interesting. You mentioned the tempo and kind of the success that Center Grove had against Bloomington North. I was watching that game earlier today, and I think at one point in the first half, Bloomington North had got stretched it to 8-9 point lead, and you saw a clear tempo change by Center Grove. Slow it down. They got real physical on defense, and they were able to get that lead shrunk. To your point, they were very competitive up until late in that game in the second half.
Center Grove has been, in my opinion, and this is just my opinion, they've been the most successful defensively when they have taken the baseline away on drives.
Yep.
And then what teams like to do is drive and kick. If you can take that drive away, you prevent the ability for them to drive and kick opposite.
Yep.
So to me, that's really essential for them to have success again in this game tonight. When they haven't taken the drive away, that has been the times that they've been broken down defensively. You can talk about the Greenwood game, which is a game nobody wants to talk about. Your Center Grove losing, I think, 21 points earlier this year that you don't want to talk about in there. Our thanks to Jessica Basker for taking care of us here. So to me, it's just about what do we do inside the three-point line defensively?
Yeah.
Really, to me, nothing else. I mean, the foot or so outside that line is important, but the biggest thing is three-point line and in. How do you control that? And if you're able to control that, you put yourself in a really good position. And you saw that in that Bloomington North game, and you watched that. When they took those things away, their guys struggled. Their guys, being North's guys, struggled in executing.
Yeah, absolutely.
But as soon as they got the ball on the drive to the dump down or the drive and the kick, we broke down, or they got an offensive board off a shot because we were out of position because of those situations.
Yeah, I'm interested to see just how much Whiteland tries to push the ball up and down the court. And we'll talk about that a little bit when we get back. We're going to take one more break here before we start on Inside the Lions Media Network.
Don't buy the dually, they said. It's too much truck, they said. It won't even fit in the car wash. Well, no. Sounds like they are going to the wrong car wash.
Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Fool me 365 times, shame on the weatherman. Stop trusting the weatherman and start trusting your instincts.
Welcome back here to Center Grove at the Vandermeer Gym for the boys varsity basketball matchup between the Center Grove Trojans and the Whiteland Warriors. Coach, before we went to break, we talked about tempo, and I mentioned it'd be interesting what Whiteland will do in terms of pushing the ball up and down the court. They've scored over 70 points on a few occasions this season. And Center Grove, conversely, the one game that they allowed over 70 was against that Greenwood game we don't want to talk about. So I think from the Whiteland perspective, we're going to see a lot of Warrior up and down the court, tempo, pushing the basketball.
Oh, I agree. I mean, fast breaks, quick ball movement is what's going to test the Center Grove team. And when teams have done that against Center Grove, and they've had success against it, it's been the Achilles heel for the Center Grove team to this point, I would say.
Yeah.
So they're going to try to test that tonight. They're going to try to ride Dane Coons' almost 20-point per game scoring average. Now, the question is going to be, who do you get support from in addition to Dane Coons? Is it going to be Tyler Anger? Is it going to be Kyle Edwards? Those two guys I think are going to have to step up. And then how do you defend good pasture in the post?
Yeah.
In those situations. So that'll be interesting. But if you're Whiteland and your coach, you're going to be push if you're Whiteland in that situation for sure.
You mentioned earlier it's Center Grove recognition night.
And a lot of memories coming back. I mean,
yes.
You have a sixth grader. I got a seventh grader. Both play basketball, and I'm just looking over here on the south baseline, which we're in the southwest corner, and thinking about how that was me sitting in those bleachers as my son would watch when he was little, and then he had to go sit with his guys when he was closer to the third, fourth, and fifth grade years. And I'm excited for where I am in my life with my boys right now, a senior and a seventh grader, but those are things that I miss and great memories.
They really are. I'm a Center Grove grad, and I can remember back when I was a kid, they didn't. I don't remember participating in the recognition nights, but they had the boys varsity basketball summer camps.
Mm-hmm.
And, the varsity team would help with the camps. And, I just remember getting their autographs at the end of the camp. So I look down there and see all the boys' faces lighting up as the varsity players come on the court, in awe of them and probably thinking about, like I was, what it'd be like to be out there someday yourself. So it's a fun thing they do here.
It's a fun thing, and it people dismiss it sometimes, but anytime one of those kids can touch that floor,
Yeah.
for them, it's a special moment. Like it is in any school for any program, no matter if you're a Center Grove kid, a Greenwood kid, a Whiteland kid, a Perry kid. If that's where you go,
Yep.
getting the chance to do that is special to you.
Yeah.
And the numbers in the Center Grove Rec League are phenomenal. It keeps getting better and better in terms of numbers every year.
Yep.
And you put the travel program into it. I mean, that's your future. And I'm talking about as a dad who now has a kid in the middle school program and has seen it from third grade on up. I mean, and the people behind the scenes
Yeah.
that work to do that. They're part of the Hardwood Club, but also part of the Rec League.
Yep.
No matter if it's the Rec League or the travel division, there is so much time put in the boys' side and the girls' side to make these opportunities be here. And that's what's rewarding, I think, for a lot of these people, myself included.
Yeah.
Is seeing what happens for them down the road.
Yeah, absolutely.
And knowing it paid off to get them in that opportunity, that spot.
No question. And it's cool. And I know you see the same thing I do. You see, I see people that I went to school with that when I was younger, and now they're the parents with their kids out here at the rec leagues or at the rec recognition night at the game. So it's just it's cool to see the community development and how many people have stayed in the community and still love Center Grove athletics.
I mean, if you look at this camera view here tonight, the lower level behind the bench is probably 90% full.
Yep.
The baseline on the south side is about 85% full. The across from the benches on the main sideline is probably 90% full.
Yeah.
And the upper bleachers that are open there are probably about 60% full. I'm not going to lie to you. The first night of school being out for anyone, parent, teacher, student, is an exhausting night.
Yeah.
And to be out here, this is a great move to make this your Rec League recognition night as we start our starting line.
Absolutely. So we'll introduce the starters here for you. The Whiteland Warriors and the Center Grove Trojans to come on the cart here.
Number 1, Peyton Williams.
Warriors will begin with Peyton Williams.
13, Tyler Anger.
Tyler Anger.
14,
Chase Johnson.
Number 23,
Dane Coons.
Shocker.
Yeah. And number 25, Josh Longweed. Those are your starters for the Whiteland Warriors. Now this is fun. They never had this when I was playing with the lights and the court
I
action
did this.
there.
We play basketball with kerosene lamps.
Yeah. And your starters tonight for the Center Grove Trojans, number 0, Clinton South. Number 13, Grayson Alvey. Number 20, Gabe Baxter. Number 21, Xavier Lanny, excuse me. And number 22, Brayton Goodpaster. So you mentioned a good crowd here tonight, Friday before Christmas. And the Trojans are looking to head into the weekend. Obviously, they've got that tournament coming up in Fort Wayne, but they're looking to head into the Christmas holiday here on the right foot with a win.
They want this game bad after losing the last two at Bloomington North and then Pike earlier this week. They want this one bad.
So
Great environment set up here.
it is. Trojans in the home white. Go ahead. Sorry.
After the first score by Center Grove, there will be a stop with teddy bears are thrown on the floor for the Bargersville and Whitewood Township Fire Departments for donations.
Yeah, that'll be exciting to see. Whiteland does win the tip here. They're looking to attack here early. Good defense here by Center Grove. Perimeter defense not allowing any penetration at this point. There goes number 13. That's Tyler Anger attacking. No good, but an offensive rebound. Up and under shot, no good. By Jace Johnson.
Great job by Whiteland initially, though, to be physical and keep crashing the boards there, but nice job by the Trojans to stay with it.
Yeah, that's a common place where you might see a foul on those second chances underneath the basket. Good job by Goodpaster. As South dribbles into the lane. Free throw line jumper is going, and there's the Teddy Bears.
Look at all the teddy bears.
That's awesome.
Great cause, though. This is a cool tradition they've kind of set up here. And these all go to the White River Township and Bargersville Fire Departments for Christmas donations.
Like you mentioned earlier, it's a little bit of a cleaner, easier cleanup than the octopus that get thrown out in Detroit. Teddy bears aren't so bad.
I mean, you got Center Grove administration. You got Tracy McMahon. We'll have talked about her. She joins us later. Jake Short's out there. Katie Fisher's out there. And look, that quick, we're ready to play.
That's great. So a great start for Center Grove on that defensive possession. They come down. Clinton South, it's a mid-range jumper in the free throw line. That's something we talked about earlier is kind of that free throw line extended mid-range jumper. It's not a practice shot often for kids these days, but Clinton South made it look routine.
Yeah, that's a good start for Clinton South to get that. That's great for him. And it's also big for the Trojans. Great defense of getting squared up and just chesting that. I mean, that was straight up. Good job by Xavier to beat him there.
Those Coons on the jumper, no good. Another offensive rebound for Jace Johnson.
Breakdown of the baseline. We talked about that baseline.
Yep.
Gabe didn't see it. Baxter didn't see it there. And great job by Anger to recognize it. He went hard on that baseline, and Gabe's body was turned towards 10-second line.
And that's where, early on that possession, great job by Clinton South. He cut off Anger on that drive, and I think it's pretty clear Anger's looking to attack here early. Warriors inbound the basketball.
Gabe Baxter is such a smart defensive guy and sees the floor so well. It's not going to give you a ton of points, but his leadership and his vision on the floor is what really helps this Trojan ball club.
Laney gets the early matchup against Coons tonight.
Look for Coons coming off a curl here.
Good double team, Clinton South.
Yeah, good job by Gabe Baxter that time. Nice job by Albie there. Nice job.
And they forced the turnover, and that's going to be a foul on number 32, Kyle Edwards. So 6:19 to go in the first quarter. The Teddy Bear bucket is the only bucket on the board right now. 2-0 Trojans.
Trying to get Albie open on a curl. Good job by Laney. Drive. Here goes South again.
Open three. Great job. And South shot looks good here early. Good sign for the Trojans.
Good pressure up top also. Xavier Laney, if he can stay out of foul trouble, he's going to give Coons a lot of fits. The question will be if Xavier gets in foul trouble, who takes them?
Oh, nice job. Good baseline defense right there by Baxter, but at least Anger opens for a three, and the shot goes down.
Anger's been big here in these first couple possessions.
Turnover on the Trojans. What happened there, Coach?
I wasn't watching it entirely, but it looked like just too tight of area to get the ball in transition to where you wanted to get it. I was looking down at my roster and something real quick, honestly, and missed it.
No, you're good. Yeah, I agree. It looked like a little bit, like you said.
Spacing issues.
Yep.
Good. Show hand here.
Ball screen up top for the Warriors. Johnson attacks. He gets it out to Coons. Excuse me, not to Coons. He gets it out to Kyle Edwards. Coons on the attack. Anchor, a three-pointer. This one is good as well.
Yeah, he's filling it. That's 2 straight threes for him and a nice drive baseline from the other side. He's definitely cocky right now about how he hit that shot. I'm not trying to be disrespectful, but I have some officials that if you do that, they're going to tee you up no matter what, and he's getting away with lots of mannerisms at the moment. Just depends how they're going to let you play or not.
South, a good attack there, but the shot was missed, and then good defense there by Alvey and Baxter to slap the ball away, but it will remain Warrior basketball.
If you can break a team down on the drive, it opens up so many opportunities offensively. If the team can stop the drive, it really can stifle an offense.
4:26 to go in the first quarter. Trojans are down 5-6 to the Whiteland Warriors after 2 anger three-pointers. Ball pass to the corner. Great defense by the passer.
Braden did a phenomenal job of just stepping over and getting squared. And some people think you have to be stationary. It's not as much stationary as you have to be square. Shoulders are parallel with the offensive player. And he had that, and then he made the contact and went straight into good pasture. Great job by Braden.
That's a couple times, Coach, we've seen what you talked about as far as defending that baseline, paying off for the Trojans.
Going to kick it opposite here. Sorry.
No, you're fine. Ball's back up top with Baxter now. Trojan offense looking to reset. Trying to get a high screen and roll action, maybe.
Yeah, here comes a drive by Laney. Drive to South. He's got one already. Short on that one.
Good job by Baxter to fight for it. The Whiteland comes away with it. They're on the run now. And here's Anger again. Little floater in the lane, and it's just off the rim, and good tackle clears.
There you go, Braden. Good job.
Here we are slowing the tempo down, Coach. See if the Trojans can get a good shot out of the set.
Yep. It's going to be a drive. South's going to come off, try to get a curl into the post here, I think. And he's going to come up off the down screen. Nice slip. Nice slip there by Braden.
Yep.
But even better job. Was that Edwards or was that made the big play?
Dane Coons. That was Coons on the defensive effort there.
Well, great job by Coons there to come in there because Goodpasture had a great slip there and almost scored out of that after that screen and just slip, dive, whatever you want to call it.
South gets a breather. There's Goodpasture on the entry, and he gets the end. Nice job. Goodpasture in the post there. Let's get the opportunity for the and one. Just under 3 minutes to go first quarter. Trojans retake the lead here, 7-6.
But Jace Johnson goes out for the first time, one of the starters. Coming in will be Jordan Hendricks. He's also a junior. This is an experienced, older Whiteland team.
Good pass with free throw. Goes down. 8-6 now. Center Grove leads. As mentioned, South is on the bench for the Trojans as well as he gets a breather as Reese Oliver comes in.
Nice job by Xavier to take that away. He almost didn't.
But there's another corner three from Anger. That's 3 of them now.
That's 3 threes. He has all 9 of their points.
Yeah. And so you mentioned earlier, who's going to help Coons? Coons is going to, how do you try to slow him down? Well, it helps when you've got a guy 9 early first quarter points.
We said that was a key, and yeah, like you said, he's doing it. Good job getting that, find that. Here, you got Stark in the game now. No, excuse me, that's Reese Oliver.
Oh, what a tough finish. What was
Reese Oliver, one of those good football players, uses that physicality, just kind of slithers in and gets that shot in the drive. Very similar to a Clint South type of player.
That bucket's good by Dane Coons.
Yeah, that was a pretty silky smooth shot there over the defender.
Trojans bring it across half court. The ball pressure by Hendricks. Good passer on the right wing now. Hey, everybody's around the perimeter here. Let's see if they can get a Get the ball inside to Goody.
Hendricks is doing a really nice job putting pressure on Gabe Baxter here. Gabe takes one of his unique. He doesn't take very many threes, and I think you have to take that shot. So I'm not upset with the shot.
Yeah.
Hendricks has just done a really nice job defensively.
Hendricks in the deep corner here. Trojans continue to defend well.
Good job pinching the middle by the Trojans.
Anger attacks, and there's going to be a foul on Oliver.
I don't really know where the foul was on that. That's one of those plays that was such an athletic play by Inger that I think it looked more than what it really was.
Yeah, I would agree.
But credit Inger for making that play like he did. That puts him in this position.
He's done a nice job here early. He attacked on the first couple early possessions, although even when Buckets didn't arrive from him. But it opened up that three-point shot for him. First free throw is good. A couple changes here. Clinton South comes back into the game, and he'll give Grayson Albee a breather.
Kyle Edwards leaves for Whiteland.
Second free throw good as well. Just over a minute left in the first quarter. Whiteland 13, Center Grove 10. Handoff there by Goodpaster. And he stepped on the, I believe that was Xavier Laney stepped on the baseline as he was trying to find Clinton South in the deep corner.
That's one of those plays, and is someone who's got some guys on his team that likes to do that. It looks really good or it looks really bad.
Yeah.
But if you can make it work, it's a really good way of making the defense suck into the middle.
Yep.
And then drive and kick that for that open three. And that'll set up the drive later. So I think you got to live with it.
Yep.
Good job by Laney. Good job by Gabe. Gabe's working really hard against Anger there. And Anger's, give him credit. The guys come out hard.
Yeah, he's attacking. That'll be the third team foul on the Trojans here. Just under, just 36 seconds left in the first quarter. 13-10 as Anger will inbounds for the Warriors here. Finds Coons in the corner. And Coons falling out of bounds on that. He throws it off. Xavier Laney later retaining possession.
Braden Stark, a lethal outside three-point shooter coming in. Every Stark in the family, as Coach Goody like to say, is a deadly three-point shooter. But Braden does such a good job with it. We can get it going.
Down to 25 seconds here in the first quarter.
Jude Owen also back in.
Anger attacks, step back, midline jump, free throw line jumper, no good, but an offensive rebound. That shot's no good.
And see, that's what I think you give up a little bit. Stark is such a good offensive player, and he's a good defensive player, but you put him in a tough one-on-one defensive rebounding situation there that Jude Owen did a great job on the other side of the paint, but Stark had a one-on-one and just got beat to the ball.
Yep. First free throw by Caden Lee is up and good. 15 seconds left in the first quarter here. And the Warriors miss the second free throw. It's 14-10. And the Trojans will look for the last shot here. 5 seconds. South has the ball. There's Stark in the corner. Throws it up.
I'm calling Stanley and it comes in.
What a shot by Caden Stark. At the end of the first quarter, it's the Whiteland Warriors 14, Center Grove Trojans 13. We'll be right back on the Inside the Lions Media Network.
Odds are, you know the way to a person's heart is through their stomach, but maybe don't know much about complex blood and bone cancers. Or you know all the ins and outs of a chassis, not necessarily all about robotic heart valve surgery. And while he's thinking about bulldozers, you're not thinking about him ever needing a stem cell transplant. But if you do need care, trust the expert healthcare system 9 out of 10 Indiana doctors have chosen for their patients' care. Indiana University Health, no matter the odds.
Welcome back to our broadcast on Inside the Lions Media Network. Recapping the first quarter, the Whiteland Warriors lead at 14-13 over the Center Grove Trojans. But that was Braden Stark with throwing up a Hail Mary 3 there at the end in the corner.
Yeah.
Cut the lead to 1.
Center Grove was trying to get a set there, and they couldn't get anything to go. I think they were trying to hit Owen, and then a little turn and drive by Owen and trying to either drive and kick left or drive and kick to the opposite corner. And it was really good, well defended by Whiteland, and Stark was able to pull it in and he didn't heave it. It was more of an overhand soccer kind of shot that just
found its way in.
14-10 before this. So that's that. Keep an eye on that 14-13 and see where that plays out, because that's a great job. You've also got no, excuse me. I was going to say we had a change. We did not, though. Same 5 for Center Grove.
Ball's in the corner out right now. Laney.
Now Whiteland's trying to trap those corners. Whiteland does that a lot at all their levels.
Kick to the corner. There's Stark. One dribble head fake. Another 3. Just rims out.
Oh, great effort by Reese.
Go up with a strong. Oh, what a block.
Yeah.
The Trojans fight for possession, and Coach Hahn's going to get the timeout.
Yeah, we'll keep it here.
Was that Oliver on the rebound? That was a great heads-up play.
Reese Oliver kind of got it and then lost control and then jumped towards the out-of-bounds line and got that back in. I mean, great hustle play there. Those are those 50-50 balls that make a difference, and I know those are coaches' expressions, but it's true. You look at this game, it's just like that made three-pointer by Stark at the end of the quarter.
Yeah.
That one shot could be the difference. That one loose ball there, chasing it down by Oliver, could be the difference. That one drive and kick that Anger got to Coons in the mid part of the first quarter. Any one possession, you can't take it off. And that's the hardest thing to tell a kid at any level is you can't pick and choose. You can't just be an offensive guy. You can't be just a perimeter guy.
Yep.
You've got to do it every second, every dribble. And we'll see what happens here. Whiteland's working really hard here.
Trojans get the ball in bounds. There's a 3-point attempt, but that one is good by Jude Owen.
And that's big for the Trojans. If Jude can get that shot going, that stretches that defense for Whiteland out even more. And with good pasture out right now, for Jude to hit that shot, that's wonderful. Nice little push off there.
Yeah, strong take by Jace Johnson. Deflected out of bounds on the rebound attempt.
You could argue it was a push off by him in that take.
I was going to say that left forearm extending,
but it didn't make any way to Reese Oliver back down at all.
So the Trojans take the lead on that last three-pointer by Owen at 16-14, 6:50 to play in the half. We have a travel up top. Looked like some indecision from Caden Lee on that.
Okay, so it was 14-10. Coons was out at the quarter. You got to 14-13 with the 3 at the buzzer. And then you got it up to 16-14 with Jude Owen, his three-pointer, and Coons was out for that.
Yep.
So you made positive ground with Coons out. Now, does that change the tempo in this game? We'll find out here in this second quarter, obviously.
Clinton South started off with the hot hand, had the first 2 buckets for the Trojans. He hands it off up top to Owen. It's going to be a foul on the Warriors as Xavier Laney looked to drive down the lane. First team foul of the second quarter. Trojans inbound. Good attack there by Oliver. He kicks up top to Owen, who traveled on this side of the court.
Yeah, Jude's feeling it a little bit, though. Even that travel, he had a nice finger roll floater there that went in there. He's feeling he's got some confidence right now in how he's playing this game, and he could be one of those X factors tonight for the Trojans. The question is going to be, how do they handle with Coons back in now? Anger is still in there on the opposite side.
Jace Johnson, the attack.
Nice, Johnson.
Little jumper.
Oh, wow.
Good job by Owen on the block out. Surprised it was almost looked like a foul could have been called on that rebound.
Yeah, Long Lee was there at the beginning and worked really hard on that. But little pick and roll here action. Nope. South drops back. Long Lee gets in and traps that one.
And he's going to come up with the steal. And the Warriors will clear. And another strong attack by Anger. He dips it off to Longley in the post. Nice drive. Nice drive by the Warriors.
That's just smart basketball. 2 guys came and stopped the ball, left the guy open underneath, and had to drop in and try to stop it.
5:33 to go in this one as the ball is thrown out of bounds.
You're a celebrity, sir.
I was going to say, I'm not sure I know who those kids were, but so Laney throws it out. He was trying to hit Owen as he was cut to the basket there. 5:30 to go in the half. It's 16-16. As the Trojans reset, they bring Goodpaster and Baxter back in the game.
Really good minutes there by Jude Owen, though. That's critical because that lets Goodpasture get some extra minutes of rest going into the second half here. Now you've got Laney out of the game with Coons in the game. So who's going to get the matchup against Coons? And it looks like it's Gabe Baxter. You're going to let the senior just use his feistiness and his smarts to try to defend Coons here. Nice play there.
Tough shot by Jace Johnson.
Yeah, nice play by Johnson for sure.
Warriors have made it clear they're going to try to attack. Both their guards, Anger and Johnson, have physically driven to the basket. Oh, what a pass by Goodpaster. Down to Baxter in the post.
Yeah.
Looked like the double team came on Goodpaster and heads up play to find Baxter down low. 18 to 18 with 4:35 to go. Johnson is filling it now too for the Warriors.
Yeah, he shot that from barely at the free throw, the volleyball line, the kill line. And it was silky perfect.
21-18 now. Warriors have taken the lead. Center Grove looked to respond on this possession. Goodpaster doubled down low. That looked handsy there.
Yeah, Longley's playing physical, but the guy is he's quick. He's got a quick hand and getting poke at things, and he got across the arm, it looks like, of Goodpasture, but Goodpasture's okay, but he was holding that. He's still holding that left arm a little bit. Oh, got it back.
Nice job recovering on that. Misses it and rebounded by Johnson. Longley checks out as he gets a well-deserved break, and Peyton Williams checks in. There's a three on the way by Anger, no good. But another second chance opportunity here for the Warriors on the rebound by Williams.
Could argue that was a moving screen by Coons. They didn't call it.
Johnson up top, crossover dribble, mid-range, no good, but another offensive rebound. They're going to get Williams on a push-off on this one, though.
We'll take it.
We'll take it.
We're Center Grove. We deserve one in a while.
Yep. Take that one.
Yep.
Longley will check right back in as Williams heads to the bench. I believe that's his second foul he just picked up. 3:42 to go in the first half here. 21-18. The Warriors have taken the lead. And interestingly enough, since Coons has come back on the court, he hasn't scored, but you see the offense he opens up for the rest of the team. Trojans look to respond. An open three as both players went with Goodpaster. Shots no good and rebounded by Coons.
Yeah, Alvy's got to take that shot, but it's almost like he thought about it versus just shooting and stepping into it.
Coons lets it fly off the front of the rim. No good.
Go. Get lanes. Go. Oh, nice find, though, by Starr.
Cutting Oliver. Boy, a lot of contact, and he finishes right through it.
Reese Oliver's really starting to come into his own with being no longer in football season and just how well he's doing, and just his continuity, his what a comfort with the guys, but what a play there.
That was Carter Walker.
Yeah. And you know what we got at halftime, don't you? We're not going to leave it because people are going to want to see it, is we're going to have the famous Christmas dance by the senior football players and cheerleaders.
That's right. I forgot that was this game.
So we will have to make sure we keep this live so we have it and we can share it with the community.
Off the missed shot from the Trojans, the Warriors push, and Coons is fouled for behind. 2:20 to go, 2:21 to go here in the first half. 23-20, the Warriors on top of the Trojans. A couple changes here for Center Grove as Clinton South checks back in. We'll go ahead and reset the lineup. It's Clinton South, Braden Goodpaster, Gabe Baxter, Xavier Laney, and Grayson Alvey, all the starters on the court for the Trojans. Warriors come out with Coons, Johnson, three-point attempt on the way. No good, and that was Kyle Edwards. The ball was attempted to be saved.
Coons has had a couple of frustrated shots here, everybody. Good job by Lane to chase that down.
Trapped in the corner. Get it out of there. Ball tapped out of bounds and remain Trojan possession. Longley and Walkins are also on the court for the Warriors. Inbound into the back court. Alvey with the possession. Good kick. Oh,
Almost looked like it slipped out of his hand in his follow through.
right idea on the drive. He had Laney wide open in the corner.
In the Bloomington North game, Alvey had a mask on, and he just never looked comfortable when he was shooting the ball. Definitely looks more comfortable on both sides of the floor tonight, offensively and defensively. Let him a little weave here.
Yep. Walkins out to Coons. Let's see if Coons attacks. He does through the middle. Great defense right there.
Yeah. Xavier is just so athletic that he's able to go up and doesn't have to block things to challenge things.
Yeah.
He just gets his body up there in a way that it makes it challenging for a guy to get the shot off.
Minute 14 to go in the first half. 23-20 Warriors lead this one. 3-point attempt on the way. This one is no good and rebounded by Alvey. Grayson Alvey pushes it up the court. Looking to attack on offense. He finds Gabe Baxter now. Good defense by Jace Johnson as he knocks it out from behind as the double team came from Longley. 51 seconds to go in the half. Trojans with possession of the basketball. Trojans taking their time here as the clock goes down to about 45 seconds to go. Baxter up top. They'll get it to Goodpaster. Ball in the corner. Nice attack. There's a slashing Laney. He misses it. And the ball deflected out of bounds on the second chance rebound opportunity. 32 seconds left in the half. We'll see Anger check in for the Warriors. Anger started off very hot in this game. Had the first 9, I believe, 11 overall in the half.
But see, Coons hasn't really been able to do a whole lot.
Yep.
Coons has only got 4 points in this game. So if you're Center Grove, you're okay with Anger and getting those points and trading that instead of Coons having those points. And now Coons is, Baxter and Laney have done a great job on Coons, and Anger, like you said, he's cooled off.
5 seconds to go. Drive by Johnson. He drops.
That's okay.
Foul. Yeah.
You got two fouls. You got 3 fouls to give. But again, look at the score when Coons is out there and Coons is not out there.
Yeah. Whiteland's going to draw up a play here.
So, Adam, just for everybody out there, we'll take a quick 30-second timeout as soon as the half is over while they set up for the dance. Then I've given instructions to our phenomenal high school cameraman, Dylan Harrington, to work on getting the best view of it as he can from out there.
Great.
The negative is our camera is going to be on their backside because they're going to do it to the fans that are over here. But it still will be a great experience. And if you don't get to see it in person, then we'll have it out there for you to watch later.
Yeah, that's great. So 2.9 seconds to go in the half. It's 23-20, the Warriors with the lead. And Coons will inbound the basketball. I think you got to watch him coming back to get the ball off the inbounds. They were trying to look at that. Johnson's going to have to heave it up, and that shot's no good. So at the end of our first half, Whiteland Warriors lead 23-20 over the Center Grove Trojans. And we'll be right back on the Inside the Lines Media Network.
Don't buy the Dually, they said. It's too much truck, they said. It won't even fit in the car wash. Well, no. Sounds like they are going to the wrong car wash.
Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Fool me 365 times, shame on the weatherman. Stop trusting the weatherman and start trusting your instincts.
Welcome back to Center Grove High School for the Inside the Lines Media broadcast. And Coach, we've got a special guest with us here joining us.
We do have a special guest, and Mrs. McMahon is joining us. I think we're going to watch the dance, if you don't mind, first, then we'll chime in if you're good with that.
Absolutely.
So thank you for joining us as we're getting ready to set up here in just a second. But talk to us a little bit, Tracy McMahon, principal here at Center Grove High School. How's the year been going of different things and some things that stand out to you about different successes here at the high school? And
Yeah, we've had a really good first semester. One of the things that we have been most excited and impressed with is our 2 new music hires. We ended up hiring and replacing Kevin Schussler for band as his long legacy here. So we were able to take Reggie Humphrey from Georgia, and he's done an outstanding job bringing in more, I'd say, spirit to some of our athletic events, which I always think are nice. Our students are enjoying being a part of that. And then orchestra as well with Chris Draben. They've been able to do some collaboration events between those 2 groups. So I think that's been a highlight for us. And just in general, our teachers and students have been working really hard, whether it's an AP course that they're working through or the great work that our art students are doing. Just every time we're in the hall or we're in classrooms, we're seeing great things being done.
for the athletic side, obviously Center Grove is coming back into the Metropolitan Interscholastic Conference, which is an exciting thing. I think it's a great thing for the program. And I don't think people realize how much that was a benefit, not just athletically, but academically as well. So kind of talk a little bit about what that means to Center Grove to be back in the mix, to have a conference in general, but also back in the mix specifically.
Absolutely. And that is honestly one of the things that we talked a lot about when we were considering and going for rejoining. And that's a conversation that the principals and I had, that they truly and we truly feel that the MIC is more than just an athletic conference. Obviously, we see all the benefits that come along with it from the athletic perspective, the competition, the awards that students can win, those types of things that just highlight what we do that's so great. But we spend a lot of time talking about how we can really learn from one another and utilize our student leaders at leadership conventions, bringing them together to redesign some of the MIC logos. For instance, one of the newest things we have coming up is our Gamers Guild is joining them for their esports. And so we're going to do a competition with all of the mixed schools, bringing that element together. So really just celebrating the aspects of all of the differences that our students have and trying to find ways that we can showcase and highlight what they do.
We're going to pause for a second, Tracy, and watch this.
You don't want to miss it.
No.
Ladies and gentlemen, give it up.
That is something, honestly, that as Tracy McMahon joins us, a lot of people look forward. If it's not in person, they want to find it on social media, YouTube, somewhere. They got to see how it goes each year. And it's just a fun experience.
It's a great tradition. I think Jen Dice needs to get out here and grab herself some new boys for sound system. Good for them. It takes a lot of courage to get out and dance in front of your peers and people you don't know. So I give them all the credit. I wouldn't do it.
I definitely would not do it. I don't know where my son got his dancing skills from. It wasn't for me, that's for sure.
Agreed with me.
You got any questions for Tracy?
Tracy, I'm a Center Grove grad, 2007, and I think it's been incredible to see the way the school corporation, the high school as a whole, has just grown, and how you seamlessly seem to grow with the development of the entire community. I don't think it's an easy thing to do. So, kind of looking forward, where do you see Center Grove in the next 3-5 years, and how do you continue to maintain the same level that you've set for as long as Center Grove has, with the quality of the education, the opportunities for the sports, et cetera?
Yeah, I mean, that's a great question. I always tell people there's benefits and maybe some downsides of a big school. The benefits are we can offer so much variety for kids. I think that's something that we are really proud of, just the different programming that we can offer. The downside is, obviously, you're not going to know everybody, but we have programming so that kids find their niche and that they are able to find a connection. I think in the next few years, we've got a lot of changes going on at the state level. For high school, we have a new diploma that has begun with our freshman class, which really puts an emphasis on work-based learning and internships, and having students pick one of their 3 E's: enrollment, employment, or enlistment. So the structure of high school and the landscape and the things we hear, I think, will be changing in the course of the next few years. We also will have school letter grades, which are coming back for accountability. And that just helps us focus on really targeting the things that we can do well, highlighting what we do well, but then also looking at areas where we can grow. A lot of that's based on attendance and certain grades for CTE classes and college and career classes. But the goal of the new diploma is really to help kids find what fits for them. For so long, it's been college is the only pathway.
Yeah.
And college is a great option for kids, but it's not the only option. And so we're looking forward as a high school to hopefully helping kids find what their groove is, and then utilizing our classes and our outstanding teachers to help them figure that out, to get them to graduation so they really are ready for their next steps.
I think that's great. I think that you hit it on the head as far as trying to provide guidance for young people.
Yeah.
That maybe they're not ready for college at 18. Maybe they want to take another option. It's nice to see the state schools contributing to that.
Yeah, we're
great.
Excited. I mean, it is a lot of change, but with change, I think it gives you the opportunity to reflect and see some areas that maybe you could do better. Reaching out to the community for work-based learning, that provides students the opportunity to, maybe work half of a school day. Their landscape of an 8-hour school day is definitely changing a little bit. So I could see us reaching out to our community partners, looking for ways that they might be interested in helping our students find some internships or even just some work opportunities to help students meet that graduation requirement. But then where can our kids really help improve our community overall as a whole?
It's great.
Tracy McMahon, high school principal here at Center Grove High School. Tracy, thanks so much for joining us during this halftime. Appreciate it. Appreciate the opportunity to be part of this here on Inside the Lines Media Network. And I hope you and your husband and your kids get a chance to get together and have a wonderful holiday break together.
Thank you so much for having me. I wish everyone a very happy holiday this season as well.
Tracy McMahon, thanks, Tracy. Have a great night. Appreciate it.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you. All right. So, Adam, with 1 minute left, you ready to transition this thing into the second half, my friend?
I am. Yeah. A couple of things I think are really interesting is would like to hear your feedback on the tempo of this basketball game. We talked about Center Grove needing to control that tempo, control that pace, not letting Whiteland get out and run up and down the court. How do you think they've done so far?
I think they've done a great job of controlling the tempo of this game. They are definitely playing the game that Center Grove wants to play tempo-wise. Coons is having to work for his shots.
Yeah.
Anger is working for his shots. He got a couple of big ones. I think that's kind of a wake-up call defensively to Center Grove. They got to focus on him a little bit more. I think Anger has kind of cooled off some. But Anger is going to be one of those guys that are going to be critical for the Warriors to continue that success here in the second half. But let's be candid here. It's not just those two guys for Whiteland. I think that Kyle Evers has done some nice things. I think Josh Longley's been very physical and very quick in the post and 17 feet out. Anger, like you said, talked about. I think Peyton Williams has done some nice things. Jace Johnson has played really well.
Yeah, he looks good.
I mean, it's not just a two-man show for Whiteland, and this is a very good Whiteland ball club that we're seeing. But I think the Trojans, this is kind of where they are in most games, and the question is going to be, how do they close it out in the second half?
Yeah, they've done a great job. Center Grove has balanced scoring. You've got five different players in the score chart so far. So we begin the second half with Whiteland. There's Dane Coons, an open three to begin the half. Shot no good. Rebound by Baxter. And here's the Trojans looking to push a little bit. South will reset the offense. Alvey resets the offense. Drive in the middle, a little free throw line jumper.
Now, Xavier's got to get going. If you can get Xavier going, it's going to really help everything else take care of itself.
That's his first bucket of the evening, and that gets the Trojans within one here, 23-22. Coons attacks, kicks to Johnson in the corner. His three, no good. Rebound by Baxter. And the Trojans are looking to push again over there. He's got the lane. Oh, he had the lane. Kicks to the corner, though, for the three.
In the old days, you took that all the way in. Nowadays, it's drive and kick his first option.
Yep.
Be selfish and take it in as second option.
Yep.
And Laney's a pretty good outside shooter that in that transition, you take advantage of it. But you can't give that baseline like you just did there.
Yeah, that was Johnson. He went up in between two defenders to get that bucket, too. Nice finish. And it puts ties the game again, 25-all here. 6.5 minutes to go in the third quarter. Early goings in the second half. That three-pointer by South, no good. Oh. Anger, he's going to attack. He'll go all the way to the basket. That shot's no good, and there's an offensive rebound. He draws the foul. He'll get the +1 here. His first bucket of the evening. So quick change here for Coach Hahn. Reese Oliver checks in.
Yeah, Oliver played really well in that first half. He was I would say, the biggest hustler. Scrappy guy out there, and a lot of 50-50 ball opportunities because of him.
So the Warriors take the lead back on that three-point play by Kyle Edwards. Center Grove slows it down here, running the offense. Like to see Goodpaster attack or get the ball in the post a little bit here. Try to open up some of those outside shots again. That shot's no good. Rebound by
I tell you what, that was a nice move there by Laney. He didn't get quite squared well enough, but Gabe Baxter just muscled himself inside underneath his guy and was not going to be stopped on that offensive rebound put back.
His free throw goes down. Trojans have looked good from the line tonight. I think they've only had about 3 opportunities here, but they've all gone in. Tie game again.
Pretty balanced scoring for the Trojans. It's 5-4, 5-3, and 3 with all 5 of the guys out on the floor right now. There's not one dominant scorer.
Trojans will bring it down and set up the offense on the miss, off the miss by the Warriors. Good attack by Oliver. Stripped away, though, into double traffic. And there's Coons. Wow, unfinished. So Coons attacks the basket. He puts the Warriors back in front 30-28 with 5:11 here in the third quarter, and he'll get the and one free throw opportunity. So Coons clearly here in the third quarter coming out looking for a shot a little bit more.
Well, he did that early on also. Then he kind of disappeared as the half went on.
31-28 Warriors. Trojans clear path forward. Goodpaster kicks to the corner to Oliver. He drives baseline back to the corner to Goodpaster. Ball's kind of sticking right now. There goes South. Good drive.
There's a foul on Anger. Nice drive by South.
Ball kind of got stuck on that far side of the field there for a minute, so good decision by South to try to create a little bit. Change here for the Trojans. It's like I said, Stark that's coming in. Gives Baxter a breather.
Yep, Braden Stark is in. Gabe gets a break. Holding that right elbow a little bit as it came out also. I think he just got funny boned.
Oh, nice take by Oliver.
Yeah, Royce has done a really nice job of getting to the bucket, going downhill, as you like to use the expression, on the football field. This is a football guy. We'll use that expression for him.
Reese's first free throw. It's perfect.
Here comes Longley back in the game.
You mentioned he had quite a physical presence defensively in that first half.
Yeah, he was trapping it out on the perimeter. He was quick to the step, defending in the post and along the baseline.
No, second free throw, no good, but good pass cleans up the offensive glass, and he'll get a chance for the Rockets.
And one of the keys was how well could they contain Braden Goodpasture in the paint off the boards. And there's one of the examples where Braden's able to attack the boards well enough.
4:42 to go here in the third quarter. It's 31-29 Warriors. It's been a tightly contested game since the tip. Several lead changes as Goodpaster's first free throw is down. Second free throw on the way here for the Trojans. Great shot is pure. We're tied again.
So 31-31, 4:40 mark, we're going to say.
Yep. Trojans on the break here.
And one.
Oh, that was Laney with a good strong take. He's had a nice start to this third quarter here, the first 3.5 minutes. And just like that, Coach, we're in the bonus the rest of the way. The Trojans are here. That's
well, and they've pushed the ball, and they've also done a nice job on the boards, the offensive boards, and got some opportunities because of that. Absolutely.
First free throw rims out. Second shot by Laney is up and on its way, and good. So Trojans do regain the lead off that second free throw, 32-31, just under 4.5 minutes to play in the third quarter. Jace Johnson attacks. I think
he lost it. He lost it, yeah.
That was good defense. So almost every time the Warriors have attacked the basket, the Trojans have played it, have defended pretty well.
Yep. Our thanks to Tracy McMahon for joining us at halftime.
Yeah, that was great. Her husband was my math teacher. 7th grade.
Oh, that was his 1 year teaching math for Travis McMahon. Been yep. Studies 8th grade U.S. history ever since.
Yep.
That was 2000.
Yeah.
That's my first year with Tracy and I.
So Goodpaster's back at the line because, as we mentioned, the Warriors are over the limit on team fouls. First free throw goes down and good.
(2001) actually.
2000. Yep. So I remember.
He came the year after I started.
Yep, that was a memorable year. So the Trojans have extended their lead to 34-31 here. There's Coons on a three-point attempt. That's no good. Great rebound by all of them. He's looking to push all the way to the basket, end to end. Rims out. And there's Laney fighting for the board with Coons. It's going to be a jump ball, I believe, and possession arrow stays here, Coach.
But you know the cool thing about that is that Laney and Coons were going after that so hard. As soon as the whistle blew, Coons gave a nice tap on the back to Laney. You know these guys have played a number of times off the court, either in pickup games or in travel ball situations, because when you get to this age, it's really not as much about what age you are as what team you play with.
Yep.
And if you're really good enough, you move up and you don't play in the age level you are.
Yeah. Anger will take a break. Ball deflected out on the inbounds pass. Remains with the Trojans. So Anger takes a break for the Warriors, and Jordan Hendricks checks in. 3 minutes, 34 seconds to go in the third quarter. South does get the inbound pass up top to Goodpaster. And there's another foul. This one's going to be on Hendricks. So Trojans taking full advantage of being in the bonus here.
Yeah, they are. And you look at that. I mean, you got to get as much of a cushion as you can in this third quarter by taking advantage of the opportunities of the free throw line, that charity line, as they like to call it. It's not as much of a charity as it used to be. We talked about that in our pregame, but those are free throws that'll make Coach Hahn upset because these are give me's you got to take advantage of.
1 of 2 from the line for Clinton South. 35-31 now. I believe this is the largest lead of the game for the Trojans. Warriors look to answer. Jace Johnson with the ball up top. I think if you're the Warriors, it's got to be Jace Johnson or Coons on the attack here.
Good job by Reese. Great job by Reese.
Off the block, Warriors retain it with Hendricks clearing it out. Johnson again up top now. We'll hand off to Hendricks.
This is a key moment for both teams, but I'd say who's it more of a key for right now? It's got to be Whiteland. They're down 4. Kuntz hasn't been able to get going here. Center Grove's getting a little bit of their defensive mojo here, making Whiteland work for it. Edwards pulls up there.
Tough shot. Rebounded.
Oh. Xavier, take that and dribble that and see what happens out of that. That's just a miscue. Hahn's like,
opportunity wasted, right?
Yeah.
Because your point, that was a great defensive possession by the Trojans. Had an opportunity to get the ball up the court pretty quick, and it's kind of an unforced error. So let's see how the Warriors respond. 2.5 minutes to go in the third quarter. Chase Johnson on the attack.
Just a step behind on that one, Reese was, and great take by Johnson there. But all of a sudden, 35-33. Could be 35-34.
Yep.
A couple subs here for Center Grove.
It's like Gabe Baxter and Jude Owen checking in. Was Goodpaster and Reese Oliver will take a seat. Free throws up and good for Johnson. He's got 10 points on the evening now. He and Anger have carried the load for the Warriors. And a surprisingly quiet night from Coons so far. Just over 2 to play here in the third quarter. South over to the corner. That three.
That was a force. That was a bad shot. And Hans looked on his face. He knows it.
Yep.
That's just a bad shot. Xavier knew he was going to shoot that when he caught it versus feeling comfortable and stepping into it.
The Warriors with a chance to regain the lead here. They work the offense into the corner to Hendricks. Defended by Stark. He attacks him.
Good defense by Braden. Good job by South to keep Longley from getting that rebound.
Langley attacks now. Kick to South up top.
That's a good shot. Doesn't go, but little drive, little suck action in there by sucking everybody into the paint. And then kick out to South.
Johnson, the aggressor again.
Yeah, Johnson's been a difference maker here the last couple minutes.
He's got the last 5 for him. Just like that. A 4-point Trojan lead is now a 1-point deficit. Looking at maybe 2. Trojans will take a timeout. I don't know if it was a 30-second or a full timeout here, Coach. I'm not sure what they said it was.
It's full timeout. Let's take it with them, shall we?
Yep, we're going to take a break. We'll be right back on Inside the Lines Media Network.
When it comes to excavation, Ferguson Excavation is the team you can trust. From site prep and grading to drainage solutions and land clearing, we've got the equipment, the experience, and the dedication to get your job done right, on time, on budget, and with results you can count on. Serving both residential and commercial projects, we treat every site like it's our own. Ferguson Excavation, building strong foundations for your future. Contact Brian Ferguson at 317-538-6686 today. Ferguson Excavation, digging deeper, building better.
Welcome back to Center Grove High School. Thanks for joining us on Inside the Lines Media Network. We want to thank our streaming sponsor tonight, Kopetsky Auto Wash. They've made it possible for this to be a free stream for those viewers this evening. We want to thank all of our sponsors this evening as well. Couldn't do it without them. We'll reset here for the final 1 minute, 17 seconds of the third quarter. The Warriors on a 5-0 run. Jace Johnson at the line after the excellent drive to the basket. He was fouled on it. They have the opportunity for the and one, and he converts. 37-35 now.
And if we got anyone out there, small business in Center Grove, that are interested in sponsoring the streams, we are looking for sponsors for probably about 5 or 6 more games. Plus also in for tournaments. So if you're interested in sponsoring a game, just email Chris at InsideTheLinesMedia.com. Chris at InsideTheLinesMedia.com. Check out our website, something like that, and we can talk about possible sponsorship opportunities and get you involved and get you some commercials, etc., recognition-wise. Good job there by Gabe to get the shot making go up.
Yeah, good vision on with Stark to find that. To find Baxter down on the post there.
Yep.
So Trojans back at the line. Let's see if they convert. They've gone make one, miss one here the last few attempts. So I know Coach Hahn would like to see these both drop. First one, no good. Couple changes here for the Warriors as Anger and Coons both check back in. 45 seconds on the clock here in the third quarter. Baxter's second one rims out. So the Trojans leave a few at the line here in this quarter, Coach.
They do, and those are those things that can come back and bite us later on for sure. Johnson's played really well for Whiteland here in this third quarter.
He's got the ball out top with 25 seconds to go.
They're going to go one shot here. And no rush. You're up 2.
Down to 15 seconds. Johnson still dribbling out top. Probably attack here with about 10 on the clock or so. Get the ball in the hand of Coons. They find Johnson on the left wing, open three, rims out, offensive rebound though. No good, a third opportunity. And we go to the fourth quarter. The Warriors have come back to take the lead. They lead 37-35 over the Trojans, and we'll be right back on Inside the Lines Media Network.
Odds are, you know the way to a person's heart is through their stomach, but maybe don't know much about complex blood and bone cancers. Or you know all the ins and outs of a chassis, not necessarily all about robotic heart valve surgery. And while he's thinking about bulldozers, you're not thinking about him ever needing a stem cell transplant. But if you do need care, trust the expert healthcare system 9 out of 10 Indiana doctors have chosen for their patients' care. Indiana University Health, no matter the odds.
Welcome back to Center Grove High School for the varsity boys matchup between the Center Grove Trojans and the Whiteland Warriors. We're ready to start the fourth quarter. The Warriors scored the last 6 points of the third quarter to regain the lead 37-35. Coach, what do the Trojans need to do in this fourth quarter to get this victory?
Well, they got to hit free throws because they hit free throws. They're up by 4 right now.
Yep.
That's one honest thing. They got to hit free throws. They're working hard to get to the line. They didn't take advantage as many times as they could have in terms of the number of shots they had. They got them in bonus. They got to the line, but they didn't capitalize enough on those free throws. And I thought defensively the Trojans kind of controlled that tempo again that quarter, but offensively I feel like we were stagnant except for a couple of transition buckets.
Yeah, they did a great job the first half, first 4 minutes of the third quarter, attacking, pushing the tempo a little bit. To your point, it kind of stalled. Anger, he's been quiet since the early second quarter.
Let's hope he doesn't get hot now.
That three's offline from Kyle Edwards. They're going to slow it up here. Alvey directs the offense. He's going to attack.
Nice.
To the basket, finishes the left.
That's Alvey's game, is being able to drive it like that and off that. And if you go more fast break, I don't know if he gets the same opportunity he got there. So great job by Grayson Alvey there.
Good help. Defense by Baxter, gets the block. He attacks all the way to the full length of the basket.
Wait for a nice follow by Laney. Steps through. Wow.
What a finish.
Just like that, they're up 2.
Yeah, and talk about footwork. That was some fancy footwork there in the post. 6:40 to go in the game. 39-37, the Trojans regain the lead. Johnson drives. Dump off inside for the Warrior. No good.
Go. Get wide, South. Get wide. They're trying to set it that, and they're trying to take advantage of Alvey and South in the corners and stretch the defense.
South now has it. He takes it up top. Gets it back over to Laney. Patient offensive set here from the Trojans. Nice slash cut by Baxter. Nearly loses it, but able to get the ball to South in the corner. Trojans reset. And Coach, that last basket from Alvey as he attacks here was his first basket of the game tonight. First points.
Yeah, Clint Sell played so well in shooting the ball in that first quarter. It's kind of been quiet for a while, but he stepped it up there. Nice shot on that little mid-drive.
And there he is defensively, bodied up against Anger. Man, they had an opportunity, right?
Yeah, I mean, I think you're looking at your personnel. With that personnel, you want to take advantage of all 3 of your shooters out there versus rush it. Travel.
I think exactly what you said. You can see Coach Hill on the sideline there. He wanted that ball kicked to South in the corner.
Yeah, it was just a force. And then he stepped through, and he just stepped through and he pulled that pivot versus just drive and kick it out to him. And South has played well.
Yep. 5:20 to go in the game. It's 41-37. The Trojans have come back and regained the lead here in the fourth quarter.
South and Laney both have 8 points on the night.
Collision inside, no call, but it opens up the lane. But what a recovery by Baxter for the ball.
Timeout.
And they're going to give One of the
They're going to
officials.
timeout. They're going to call a travel. They're going to call a timeout, it looks like.
I think Coach Hahn is frustrated because it was the official coming from the baseline that was able to give the timeout, not the official.
That was 3 feet away from it. Full timeout here.
So with the full timeout, we'll step away for just a moment, and we'll be right back on Inside the Lines Media Network.
Don't buy the dually, they said. It's too much truck, they said. It won't even fit in the car wash. Well, no. Sounds like they are going to the wrong car wash.
Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Fool me 365 times, shame on the weatherman. Stop trusting the weatherman and start trusting your instincts.
We want to thank you all for joining us this evening. If you're able to join us for the doubleheader, fantastic. Or if it's just this boys varsity game, we appreciate your support. We also want to take a moment to thank our Inside the Lines Media Network broadcast sponsors, Ferguson Excavation, Gandalf Bats, Flory Contracting, who is their sponsor for our timeouts this evening, and KC Custom Apparel, and of course Kopetsky Auto Wash, who's making this free stream possible this evening. Coach, 5 minutes to go. Trojans are up by 4. A lot of time, but this feels like a big possession right now for Center Grove.
I think it's a big possession on both sides. A big possession for Center Grove to score and try to get this up to 6, maybe 7 points. There you go, middle school kids. Or it's also a big stop and see if you're Whiteland, you get and try to some transition. The big thing is Whiteland's had no transition the entire night.
Yeah, which is a little surprising. Something we thought that would.
We knew they wanted to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. The game has been played in Center Grove style. But for large chunks of the games this year, including Bloomington North, they have been.
Yeah. So that foul was on Jace Johnson. The first foul of the fourth quarter here by either team. South attacks. Now he'll pull it back out and reset. We're down to about 4.5 minutes to go in this one. The Trojans in no hurry here, just looking for the right shot on this possession.
Yeah, let's hope it's the right shot.
So ball deflected out. Trojans will maintain possession here, and Baxter will inbounds.
This is going to be a drive. And I think Clint is going to come across the baseline from one side to the other and pop. And I'm absolutely wrong. Nice job to be up screen and just rolls, pins his guy, and just drops back down and gets it.
That was great.
That's what Goody does so well in there.
That extends the lead to 6 now, 43-37 Trojans. That shot no good by Johnson. Hustling for the board is Angerer. And Coons has it in the corner. He'll fire it up. Airballs the shot. Good effort right there. Capely to keep it alive, but he was on the baseline. Or the ball hit the baseline, I should say. So with 3:44 to go in the game, the Trojans have an opportunity to stretch this thing to 3 possessions. And now some full court pressure from the Warriors. Up high to Goody. Off the pass from
How does Whiteland respond now? Down 8, 3.5. Anger has been quiet. Hahn is not upset because why do you foul there?
Give credit to the Trojans. They have defended Coombs very well tonight. It's been a rotation of Baxter and Laney and a couple other supporting cast members. They've kept him in check. 3 minutes, 20 seconds to go. Trojans lead 45-37. It's a 3-possession game. Anger pulls from 3. Well short. Coombs keeps it alive, batted around, but the Trojans come out with the rebound. Alvey clears it. And Trojans will run a little offense here now.
Yeah, I mean, Whiteland's going to have to come up and start putting some pressure up here. They only got one team foul this quarter. And the way Center Grove shot the ball percentage-wise at the free throw line in that third quarter, I think you do it sooner rather than later because you can afford Center Grove to push them and try to hit some shots
You're
on
down
the
to
line.
2 minutes and 40 seconds to go in this one, and Center Grove in no hurry. Understandable.
Yeah, good patience ball. Get the right thing or don't force it. There's right thing right there.
Double-digit lead now, 47-37 with 2:20 to go in this one.
Great execution that last play.
Blocking foul on Baxter there. Gabe Baxter picks up, I believe, his fourth. He'll take a seat as Bruce Oliver comes back in. Warriors inbound, 2:15 to play. Oh, what a job by Goodpaster on that block.
Yeah, heads up play there by Jordan Hendricks, though, to get that ball knocked off Goodpasture. But 10 points. Doesn't seem like they're in enough of a rush at the moment, offensively or on the defensive side, to really turn the tide much.
Yeah, and to your point, if you're going to play the foul game, I mean, they're 2 minutes to go. They still got four fouls.
Yeah, four fouls here.
Johnson has the ball up top for the Warriors, who gives off to Anger, who attacks. A lot of contact. That was Grayson Alvey who absorbed the blow from Anger as he drove to the basket.
Coach Cangany cannot believe that it wasn't out.
We're going to take a timeout with Inside the Lines Media Network.
Odds are, you know the way to a person's heart is through their stomach, but maybe don't know much about complex blood and bone cancers. Or you know all the ins and outs of a chassis, not necessarily all about robotic heart valve surgery. And while he's thinking about bulldozers, you're not thinking about him ever needing a stem cell transplant. But if you do need care, trust the expert healthcare system 9 out of 10 Indiana doctors have chosen for their patients' care. Indiana University Health, no matter the odds.
Welcome back here at Center Grove High School for the conclusion of this boys varsity matchup between the Center Grove Trojans and the Whiteland Warriors. The Trojans have stretched this lead out to 10 here in the fourth quarter. It's 47-37 with 1:46 left in this one. And Coach, if you're Whiteland, what do you got to do here offensively and defensively to give yourself a shot?
I think you got to get a quick shot within about 5 to 10 seconds at most, then come down, full court press here, do something different than what you have. I don't know if it's a diamond. I don't know if it's 2-2-1, but you got to do something. Then if you don't get the ball, maybe it's straight up full court man, and if you don't get the ball after 1 or 2 reversals, you got to foul.
Yep.
Immediately and start fouling to get them at the line. And the way Center Grove shot the ball at the free throw line, like I said earlier, it's not a guarantee made.
So the Warriors do come out.
Maybe a 10-second count.
Yeah, it was close. That was close. Now you got a foul, I think, if you're the Warriors here.
Gonna trap it first.
There's Clinton South. He forces it on.
Yeah. Clint South has played really, really well tonight.
Yep.
Under control, good drives, been squared on his shots, used his body really well. I'm happy for Clint tonight.
Yeah, that's point number 11 and 12 for him. An opportunity for his 13th here at the line.
It looked like Whiteland was trying to trap the hard corners, but I think they want one too many rotations, and which let South slip on the baseline underneath and be found because of the trap situation. And I think it was a pass too late to try to do anything.
There's Anger for 3. That's no good. And South with the rebound.
Coons has been really, really quiet.
And this whole fourth quarter, he hasn't really even looked for a shot when he's had the ball.
Yeah, and we don't have the right numbers up there for Whiteland, so I don't have his numbers officially his scored, but
he's got he has 5 points.
I'm gonna say definitely not the 14 that's the closest to him.
Yeah,
that 14 is by Anger.
Yeah, Anger. It looks like I've got Anger 11 and 14 with Jace Johnson. And those two guys, they played well, but Anger, he got the bulk of I think all of his points in the first half, early in the first half. So 1:06 to go in this one. Trojans lead by 13. Ball deflected out by Alvey. Remains with the Warriors.
I mean, look at the guys that are out there on the floor. No matter if it's, Laney, Alvey, Oliver, good passer. South, those are all guys you want to shoot the free throws. And now you can give up the baseline versus the foul. You don't want to foul in that situation. You're the Trojans.
Yep.
And they're going to say he got a foul there instead of a jump ball.
So that's just the second.
That's the
13,
third. Yep.
13 foul. So Jace Johnson, we mentioned him. He's up to 16 now on the evening.
So you're going to play it straight up, man. I'm going to guess you go one pass and you got a foul.
Yep.
If you don't get the steal on one pass, you got a foul immediately.
51 seconds left. It'll be Reese Oliver to inbound for the Trojans.
No, it's going to be 2 passes. I was wrong. 3 passes. I'm still wrong. And the foul's away from the ball, not on the ball. I don't 7 minutes or 7 seconds went off that clock when you're down 11. You can't afford that. I can understand one pass, not found immediately.
Yeah.
Maybe going a second pass and on the third pass trying to steal and foul. But that was 4 passes, 7 seconds. I think that's going to come back and haunt Whiteland in their execution because Whiteland's not been the same team in the second half as they were the first half.
Oh, off the inbounds pass right to the basket. They saved Laney. He's had a good game, 9 points this evening.
Yeah, Laney's played well.
That's not what Coach On wants.
Yeah, you can. He just said why to Clint. Why? It's the 14th foul. You got up 13. If you're Whiteland, you have to knock down a 3. This has got to be a 3 or an N1 situation.
Yep. 32 seconds to go. Jace Johnson has the ball. And there's the 3-point attempt on the way. No good. Rebound by Clinton South. He clears it out up to Reese Oliver.
If I'm Whiteland, I don't even mess fouling now. Center Grove better not foul.
Yeah.
Of course, it looks like they're going to.
Oh, my goodness. And you can see Coach On.
Yeah, Coach On. We got the front side view. We're in the southwest corner here across from the bench, and so we can see the, shall we say, intensity and frustration on his face. The camera for the floor has his backside, and it's probably good you don't have the front side because he's a little upset right now.
Yeah.
And I would be too. His team has played hard. His team has played really well here in the second half. And if you're Center Grove, you're really proud of how you played this second half. And you've done some things. This entire game has been played their style game.
Yeah.
And the keys for Whiteland have been non-existent in the second half. You could argue really from the first quarter on.
So with 13 seconds left, it's 52-41, the Trojans lead. And I believe they did call a foul here on Whiteland. Yeah, Carter Walkins picked it up there. So Clinton South, a chance to add a couple points to his night. He's got 12 on the evening so far. First one's good.
Stay tuned for a quick post-game show.
Yeah.
Kind of wrap things up real quick. Get out of here. If you're bored, come out to Center Grove Middle School Central tomorrow. Center Grove Central hosts their B-team tournament. They've got Clark Pleasant, Whiteland. They've got Columbus Central, and they have Center Grove Middle School North, 7th and 8th grade teams in there. So come check out the future of Center Grove basketball. These kids work their hiney off as much as anyone. Look excited for my Coach Weissart, my assistant coach and the B team coach. I'm excited for him and for these guys tomorrow. And, I had so many of these Central kids in class this year. It's a unique situation for me, but it should be a fun experience. And I hope they get to play each other versus being in opposite gyms.
That'd be great.
So if you're bored and you want to come out, somebody come join us. If you got a kid that's in 6th grade this year and you want to see him the chance for 7th grade, then bring them tomorrow and check it out.
And what time does that start?
7th grade will be at 9 to 10.
Okay.
And then the second game will be 8th grade, 10 to 11. And then consolation and championship games for 7th grade will be 11 to 12-ish.
Okay, great.
So Central's in the main gym. North plays in the east, or the Ox gym, or the West gym as it's called.
And that's going to do it for us tonight, folks. In this one, it's 55-41 Center Grove Trojans on the victory over the Whiteland Warriors. We'll be right back to the quick post-game show here on Inside the Lions Media Network.
Don't buy the dually, they said. It's too much truck, they said. It won't even fit in the car wash. Well, no. Sounds like they are going to the wrong car wash.
Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Fool me 365 times, shame on the weatherman. Stop trusting the weatherman and start trusting your instincts.
Welcome back here to Center Grove as we wrap up our doubleheader this evening, where we saw Center Grove victorious in both the boys and girls varsity basketball games. Trojans were victors in this one, 55-41. And Coach, it was kind of what we said needed to happen for the Trojans to come out on top. They controlled the tempo. They kept Dane Coons in check. Very balanced offensively, scoring the basketball. Just some quick numbers for you. Clinton South finished the night with 14 points. Braden Goodpaster had 11. Xavier Laney had 9. 5 for Reese Oliver off the bench. 3 for Braden Stark. 3 for Gabe Baxter. And 3 for Jude Owen. And Dane Coons, by the way, on the other side, who we talked a lot about, limited to 5 points this evening.
Yeah, he looked he cut well in the first quarter. Ingera really took some slack off. He hit 3 threes in that first quarter. He had a great drive on the baseline, didn't capitalize out of it, but drove well. But after that first quarter, it was just, I don't know, Ingera, he wasn't the same guy from about the mid-second quarter on. Coons I don't know if he got worn down. I don't know if he got frustrated, and that happens to players.
Yeah.
It happened to him tonight. I'm not too sure. But Whiteland was not the same team, and Center Grove did a really nice job tonight of running their offense well, making the back cuts on the baseline, and capitalized as a result. I mean, this was a total team win tonight, and this is a good Whiteland team.
Yeah, absolutely. And they did a great job. You called it early on how important defensively, not allow the penetration along the baseline, not allow the attacks in the middle of the lane. And when Whiteland tried to do that, they had success a couple times, but the Center Grove defenders met them and were in a good defensive stance. They didn't foul a lot. It was an all-around very impressive performance from the Trojans and Coach Hahn.
Well, and they needed that. I mean, they needed that because they lost the Bloomington North game, which was a tough game. Pike, they had the early lead, and Pike kind of came back as the momentum kept going on in that game and took over in the second half, really second quarter on. But this is critical because now you can kind of enjoy the next couple of days. Yes, you're going to practice. You're probably going to practice on Christmas Day a little bit, at least do a shoot around or something, because you leave the next day for Fort Wayne to Homestead for that tournament on that 26th and 27th. On the 26th, they're going to travel up there. They play on the 26th, and then they'll know more about when they play. So if you're going to be up in the Fort Wayne Homestead area, make sure you get out and support your Trojans.
Yep.
If not, we'll try to get information on who's going to be streaming the games and pass that along to you so you have an opportunity to watch them for sure. So, but good win, a lot of good things tonight for sure.
Absolutely. Anything else, Chris?
Well, a couple of things. One, again, thanks to our sponsors for Inside the Lines and IU Health as being the two big aspects of that. And obviously to Kopetsky Car Wash or Auto Wash, whatever you want to officially refer to. My apologies, John Mandebach. But thanks to Kopetsky's Auto Wash for what they do for the Hardwood Club, and more importantly, for sponsoring this game tonight to make it a free stream to those out there. So I hope you had a chance to watch it and enjoy it. And we had the teddy bear toss tonight. We had the senior football dance at halftime. It's been a fun night. And I'm going to get a call out to Coach Weissar. Good luck tomorrow. Hope he comes through the W. He's worked his hiney off as a coach the last couple years. And see if he can get the W tomorrow in the tournament and get to the championship game and then get to play Central, hopefully.
That'd be great.
See what happens. So, no pressure, Coach.
Well,
all right, good. Adam, hey, great job by you.
Likewise.
Enjoyed working with you last time. You're official now. You got the polo shirts. We got to see you more often.
That's right.
You got to stop flying and be here more often.
I know. I'm going to do my best. Absolutely.
You do a wonderful job. I'm glad to have you on board.
I just appreciate it. Thanks for giving me the opportunity. Well, very good. Thanks again for joining us this evening. And for Adam Ross and the coach Chris Wood, we'll see you next time on Inside the Lines Media Network.
When it comes to excavation, Ferguson Excavation is the team you can trust. From site prep and grading to drainage solutions and land clearing, we've got the equipment, the experience, and the dedication to get your job done right, on time, on budget, and with results you can count on. Serving both residential and commercial projects, we treat every site like it's our own. Ferguson Excavation, building strong foundations for your future. Contact Brian Ferguson at 317-538-6686 today. Ferguson Excavation, digging deeper, building better.